back's backed up against the wall, and the bandwagon's falling right off. And you're hearing all the talk about maybe you should think about what you're gonna do if it don't work out. It ain't about if it makes sense, cause if the boot do it don't fit. As far as I can see, there ain't no way to be somebody if you just gon' quit. So if you gotta fight, don't lose it. If you gotta do it, die, dream, do it. If you got something to prove, go on, prove it. Don't let nobody clip your wings. Keep your head down, keep on the blinders. Tune out the doubters and all the close minders. If it's in your blood, falling down ain't enough to change you. You were born to be. Getting back up, that's the only backup plan you need.
Welcome back, Rico Money Bags, the channel helping you invest in yourself so we can invest in the future. Make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, make sure the bell notification stays lit like that. You guys are not missing out on any future updates. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. We got some crypto updates. We're going to talk about your guys' favorite plays, of course, Bitcoin's price action. How low can it go? Because it is dipping, right? We had a nice couple legs up. It was feeling really good. But again, this is one thing that I've been waiting for, like on higher time frames. I'm going to show you guys where some of these trades can happen on shorter time frames. Obviously, none of this is financial advice, but on the shorter time frames, there's some trades. Obviously, I've been finding some of them. I'm going to show you guys some of them that you guys can find yourselves. But like, you know, where that full euphoria comes back, where that full, hey, what's up, Saphir? Where that full momentum and all that stuff comes back is when these higher time frames and some of this clarity stuff gets passed, and everybody's like, okay, we're for sure going to start pumping, right? We're going to for sure start going in that direction. We're for sure. And on the daily chart, which is one that I've been keeping an eye on, we've been zoomed out quite a bit. Welcome in, Darren. Appreciate you guys pulling up, man. Much love and respect to you guys. We've been seeing on the daily chart, you know, it still hasn't printed that buy signal. We had some trades on the 4 hour. We had some trades on the 1 hour. And yeah, down all the way down to the lower time frames, you can find some little movements. But again, on a higher time frame, it was still not producing that buy signals, just like a nice little momentum up. But now we're headed back down where I think we might be going. You guys let me know, down to 65K BTC. That could be in the, you know, a nice little pulling everybody down, because it's just went a little bit lower, then a little bit lower again. And you know, the markets just don't feel like, you know, that sentiment is full blown right now, right? It just, every time it goes up, it gets right back down. So that's why I haven't been getting caught up in that way. Hey, what's up, Mr. Mo? Welcome in, everybody. Shout out to the XPX community. We're going to talk about what we accomplished today. We're going to show off some of these videos with our donation widget. I do appreciate you guys pulling up. We're going to get ready for our next one. I want to do this as a community. Yeah, there's some more videos that I want to produce so I can show you guys kind of how I want to frame this so we can do our next push and actually help shine the light as well a little bit more, grow that relationship with them as a company. And I think we're doing the right thing. We're taking the right steps while crypto's figuring itself out. You know, we're networking and making these connections happen. So if you guys can share this stream, we do got a space later on. It's already set for you guys, which we're going to talk about that as well when we get to XPX. We're going to talk about Aquila as well, doing really good. That's AJ's project as well, where her dev partner in crime doing their thing, you know, making things happen, man. That chart's looking healthy, man. We got the Luxurious Lounge also looking really good. I see a lot of people tapping in with that, holding a really good market cap. So we're going to tap into all your guys' favorite plays. I know you guys are tapped into just about everything. We bump into each other on every spot in every space. So, you know, I want to talk about what you guys love. So let me get my face out the way. Let me share my screen with you guys really quick. Appreciate you guys pulling up. Like I said, you guys are absolutely amazing. We got the overall crypto market cap. It is down. We'll refresh it. It's 2.39. I'm pretty sure it's still the same. Oh, 2.38. A little bit more pullback happening right there, which I am watching on another screen. Because you guys are going to see where some of these shorts are. The shorts have just been so much easier than trying to find that long. Excuse me. It's just been a lot easier. I'm going to show you guys what's up. But Bitcoin's down, you know, a solid 1.35%. We're feeling it. You know, it was nice. It was that 74K. We keep bumping at 75,000. Like, oh, let's just break that. Let's get towards 80,000 already. But that just hasn't happened just yet, right? We keep getting into these ranges and kind of pulling right back. Then there's negative news to compound on top of that. And, you know, all that stuff has a little effect on the overall price. We got Ethereum still up almost 2%, holding really good on the week, but it is down from where it was at. XRP still up 3.8%, but it is down from where it was at. It was at over 150, $1.50, and now it's 142. BNB still holding strong over $600. It did reach up to 180, and now it is pulling back. Solana kind of the same thing, getting really close to 90, and now it's pulling back itself. So a little bit of a pullback into space. I'm gonna show you guys what's up. We're gonna clean this up as well, and how these higher time frames, they do produce some winners. There are some times where things get a little bit iffy. I'm gonna clean the chart up just to show you a little bit. Like, start on the daily really quick with this indicator on. You see how even though we had this break above the 50 and all this stuff, and we had this like incentive to go into this, it doesn't mean that it has to, right? Like it 100% doesn't mean that it has to trade into this beautiful gap right here and come up to 88K. But that's what we wanted to happen. But we just, man, that's why I've been so patient. I've been doing small trades on the shorter time frames, and I'm gonna show you guys on the 1 hour, 4 hour chart what they're looking like. But like this daily chart is like, this is why I'm letting those leg up happens and then just shorting it, letting those leg ups happen and then just shorting it, because you're seeing that no matter what, we still haven't made a solid buy signal. This could be happening like this right here, where there's this green action happening, a little bit of sideways action, but only to go a little bit lower. And this is where, we're looking at a lot lower prices. On the daily chart, it can come down to 60K. On the 4 hour charts, where I'm looking at that, possibly shorted, you could almost shorted all the way down to 65K. This is not financial advice, but you're going to see how these higher time frames are showing you, up here at 71,000, which is where that short was actually placed on the 1 hour chart. I'm going to show you guys how this thing got like multi time frame set up. So how this sell signal really works, right? So this is where I'm looking at this, holding this till it goes all the way down to this, right, to this lower value range of 65K and a half. If you look at the 1 hour chart, you're going to see where this thing was kind of found. This was kind of me using a little bit of like, right, experience, I guess. It kind of sounds crazy to say that because trading is so wild, but here goes that long position, and here goes that short signal right here. It didn't give me a short signal, but when it broke the 50, and even though it didn't print the short signal, it was trading on this side of the super trend. You kind of know that it's going to kind of start to go down, especially after that movement. These areas right here have been pretty nice, and this is one that's looking really nice in itself. And so yeah, and even this sell signal that it printed a little bit earlier, even this one was already valid. But you can see how sometimes, I guess if you can say they're late, but if you use a little bit of experience, and something that we've been talking about forever on this channel is just the 50 moving average. It's like the 50 moving average told you very easily that this thing was going to come on down. And a lot of times when we have these movements to the upside and we start going like this, I'm waiting for it to figure itself out. When it starts, goes into that chop zone right after a movement like that, it'll go into a chop zone. If it breaks underneath that 50, and stays underneath it, look, any of these trades right here that you would have took, anyone underneath here, that would have been good. Or you would have waited for this whole candle to close, and you would have took this candle, because it's bearish that it's breaking underneath this 50. It broke past all these previous ways low, right? Oops, that's a little bit crooked, but it broke past all these right here. And you're like, all right, well, boom, this thing closed under here. I like this. You would have still been in a good trade right here. You're not late waiting for these setups to kind of like play themselves out, whether you're using a simple moving average, whether you're using a fancy indicator, whatever it might be. There are clues of where price is headed to. And on this 4 hour chart is why I'm looking. Same thing right here with the 4 hour chart. Let's zoom out, kind of get this into perspective a little bit. Oops. Right here again, even on the 4 hour chart, you're trying to make all this money one day. Even on the 4 hour chart, if you would have waited just for this candle right here, this is just a 50 moving average, this candle right here, and it broke underneath the 50, and that's a solid red candle. Obviously you still got to hold, but you're hoping that it breaks past this stuff right here so it can flush lower. And even on the 4 hour chart right here, when you're seeing this kind of fall apart like this, kind of unravel, you can see how it's not hard for you to be like, well, using this volume profile, could it come down to this 65,000 and a half again? Well, yeah, you look to the left and you see all this motion, all this price action where buyers and sellers were hanging out before, right? All this area that buyers and sellers were hanging out. And it could even go lower. That's the thing. It can even go a little bit lower than that. to this section right here, and this is where the daily chart comes into play. You see this down here? It's underneath the volume profile, but if you come look at the price, it's getting close to that 60K. That's where this daily chart comes into play. And again, even on the daily chart, you're getting that first candle breaking that 50 moving average. If that thing closes, which you got 7.5 hours for it to close underneath the 50, this is where, could that short come down to 59,000 again? And that's the thing, is like not being bearish on the overall market. It's just the markets are wild right now, right? They're very like all over the place. We have all this moment of consolidation, all this boringness. We finally get a leg up and it gets rejected and starts to come back down. And we got, the wars, we got geopolitical stuff. We got, I mean, everything that you can think about is on the table right now. But again, like I've said before in other streams, I think the silver lining with all this, what looks to be like just coming back down, giving you cheaper prices, um, is that even with all this going on, price is still holding relatively well. Like even with everything going on, and I know it's not that exciting and it's kind of boring to watch it on a daily chart and waiting for a clear confirmation, but you're not missing out on too much. These are these exact same ranges that we've been trading in. So like, building right now, I'm seeing a lot of projects they're focusing on building, XPX being one of them, the donation widget in real effect, making real world connections. I see Noma Token knocking it out the park, Luxurious Lounge making connections with a bunch of projects, the Trolls Den NFTs knocking it out the park with the mega spaces. Like you're seeing everybody like just in this build mode, because honestly, crypto's price and that sentiment still has to figure itself out, right? So spaces, building your tools out, building your communities out, DCAing into your conviction plays is probably one of the best things that you can do, because right now, whether you're Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Solana, there's a lot of this price still figuring itself out. And like I mentioned, on the shorter time frames, you could definitely find some trades like I've been finding on the hourly chart. Obviously, this is not financial advice. You guys shouldn't be doing this. It is, but you can see even on the 50 moving average, like anybody could have did this, and you could do very small trades. I don't know if, that's subjective, what is small, right? But like, you could put, not financial advice again, but you don't have to put that much just to lock in a solid trade that's going to run, and just let these runners play out, because the markets have been so meh that like trying to there's not that exciting on the shorter time frames. It's so choppy that it's like forget about it. That if you just got a good hourly one and you got one of these candles and you just let it run and you go enjoy your day, you take care of some chores that you got to do, you go to some spaces, and you can let this trade run for let's say you would have got in on this candle right here. I don't even think it's a full day. This is an hourly candle. You would have been a day and a half. That's what kind of these trades have been looking like. Probably like a day and a half to find it, and trading it for about a day and a half. These like more calm trades that I've been doing, and I think that anybody can do this. Like I said, you don't have to be rushing trying to make $1 million in one day. You can actually just wait. If you would have waited to any of these candles, not even one of the, trying to front run it, just a clear break underneath it, holding, and the next candle coming out, and you're like, all right, well, I'm just going to take that short right there. You can see, even taking the short down to the lower value range would have been valid, and maybe that would have been your first take profit, and just see if you let it run a little bit longer, how much lower can it go. And you can see a lot of times it'll come down here. It'll find itself coming to these sections. So yeah, Bitcoin's price, I think it could go a little bit lower. I think the markets are still figuring themselves out, but this is where communities building is so important. Let's go to ETH next. Oh, we got Aster here. We can go to this one. I mean, we can check out anything. It really doesn't matter. Let's go to ETH. I know there's a lot of people on ETH. Again, here goes another example on this 4-hour chart. And almost ETH giving you that opportunity before it runs away, kind of like how Bitcoin did. I might even place a short on ETH right here, because Bitcoin kind of gives you a glimpse into the future of what's going to be coming, right? So this candle clearly broke underneath that 50 moving average. This is a boring trade. A lot of people don't want to trade on the 4-hour chart. They don't want to do it. But these trades right here are the ones that produce those 150, 500%, 1,000 percenters are these higher time frames that you just let it do its thing and let it cook, honestly. And ETH right now, we got the first candle right here underneath the 50. We got the next one coming right here. If you place your short right here and it broke past these previous ways low, you could put your first take profit right here at 1900 and a half, or your take profit down here at 1900. This would not be a wrong trade, especially with how the markets are been acting. And you can use an indicator to make you feel more confident about that trade. But no matter what, at the end of the day, you're going to have a little bit of your own insight. It can't be just the indicator is just set on cruise control all the time, right? It's like you have to have a little bit of this to compound on that. We're looking at ETH right now. This is not a bad looking short possibly. Do we got a sell signal? Bam, there goes your sell signal right there. I'm not sure what else you would want, right? This is your insurance that you paid, all this little stuff up here. You could have got in and front run it, but why? It could have bounced off the 50. So this is your insurance that you paid, because although it got bearish right here, if it would have bounced off this 50 and went up, it would have never printed this sell signal. And you can see how that 50 moving average, it is very important, because I guarantee if this thing would have broke above these, we would have never got to the sell signal part. So this is the insurance that you're paying. And then that sell signal turns up. This thing could vary. There goes your sell signal. Okay. You want to make sure that it's confirmed. It's not going to be one of those sell signals that flicks on, flicks off. Boom. That thing's on there. This goes your next sell signal. Could this thing break past all these right here? First mouse, second mouse, come down to the point of control. I wouldn't be against that. It would be hard for me not to think that that's not a possibility. Saw a lot of people trying to go long right away when the market started rallying, but when I was looking at these daily charts, I was like, I love it, right? We love it, but I've been already, like, you're gonna have to show me what's up. Like, honestly, you're gonna have to, show me on a because once that daily chart does it, there's gonna be so much momentum from all the shorter time frames that it's gonna be a nice little rally. I don't want to do the emotional roller coaster. I want it to be confirmed on a higher time frame, and you're seeing why that's valid. Here goes your buy signal, went up, but on the daily chart, we didn't get that. And that's why price is coming back down. We did break above the 50. This could be a case of above the 50, first mouse, second mouse, and going right back up. But I'm not sure. I knew you actually said that in the last stream. You actually said that. I remember, I think you said 75K and stuff. Like, honestly, I remember that. It's like, it'll probably move up to that price and come right back down. The last stream you said that. And bro, this is why I've been feeling like that. Like, I'm not gonna, maybe we got a little case of the first mouse, second mouse little thing happening right here, but I don't know. It's a lot easier for me now to find these trades on this like 4-hour trade and like just let it cook. Let it cook. And we're seeing price right now. We'll see. We'll keep tabs on this, Ethereum trade right here. Let's say we took this trade, and this was something that we're looking at. It could very easily happen. Okay, boom, we took it right here. You could put your stop right here, a tight stop loss. You could put this up here and be really risky. I wouldn't do it that high. I've been having some stops really close, not playing around with these guys, but you guys can really set something up like that. Hey, Sharon, how's it going? It could look something like that, right? Now, I personally would probably set a little bit closer stop, something like this, making it a little bit tighter stop. And it is what it is if you get stopped out, but this is what this would kind of look like. And, this could be your first take profit, and you can have your full take profit down here. And that could be a potential, but where it's really at, it's doing it like that. Kind of messed up, but all right. So ETH, I think that it could be coming a little bit lower, giving you guys some better ETH opportunity. Let's go to the other ones and check out these 4-hour charts, man. These 4-hour charts with the 1 hour together is like, you get to find these things. And again, here goes. This is a perfect, no sell signal, little choppiness, but that 6 sell signal right there, extremely valid. And even right now, this is how you would have found this entry onto that 4-hour entry. This sell signal is giving you this thing, and then potentially the daily will give it to you as well, right? It'll like, they almost stack up if it's all like, all right, they're all in agreement, they're all on the same page, and it'll just turn sell, and they'll start to compound. But looking at ETH right now, it's like, here goes your ETH down to 2K basically, right? And this sell signal was valid, extremely valid. And a lot of them are right now because the markets are still trying to figure themselves out. Let's be honest, okay? Here, this was this rally I was watching. All my XRP family. Shout out to the XRP fam. I know you guys are watching. I seen you guys get excited about this rally. I was watching some of your guys' live streams, and I was like, I don't know. I know it's pumping, and everybody saw it break 150, and they're like, that's it. We're getting good news. It's like, I'm not sure about that, man. I'm not sure because again, when I come to this daily chart, it's like I need the confirmation now because I'm too tired of every time there's a little movement up, it's rejected. You see that, and this is on the daily candle. So there's moving up, rejected. There's moving up, rejected. It's like, how many times do you want to get rejected and slap in the face when you're like, hold up a second, wait a minute, excuse me. It seems like every time we're about to do this, I'm getting smacked in the face. You know, you don't want to do that. And this is why on these daily charts, waiting for these things to run up, I haven't been chasing these longs. I like when I see them, I see everybody getting pumped up. But finding these shorts is where, you know, you're seeing again, even on XRP, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. And the minute it price starts slipping, everybody starts slipping all over again because we haven't had that, you know, that pump, you know, that we're on a higher time frame where it's like that momentum can't be stopped and where the bears keep stepping in. The bears keep stepping in. Now, granted, like I said, the silver lining is with all this stuff going on, we're holding in a really good price range. We're still consolidating. You know, you go to a daily chart on XRP, even with all this excitement and all this stuff, you know, one day you're happy, one day you're sad. Man, you could have just stood neutral all these days instead of, unless you like it, you know, I'm not knocking it unless you like it, you know, but if you would have just stood neutral, let's say from this, like this, you would have saved yourself 41 days of 1 month of emotional roller coaster. 1 month of emotional roller coaster because in all actuality, you haven't missed out on too much. Price has just been trading to the right. And there's little moments on shorter time frames where it gets exciting, but on a higher time frame, what's up, Profit Bear? On a higher time frame, price gets rejected. And yeah, there's these things that we could potentially trade into, like XRP, you know, that daily chart. Boom, I turned bullish right away. I flip flop so quick. You know, we got that buy signal. I'm like, hey, here we go. We're going to 87. We're 187. We're going to you know, we're going to 190. We're going to $2. But it's very easy, especially with everything going on, to be like, I don't know about that. And this is when I saw all this happening, and I saw, you know, this movement, and really on the 1 hour, it had everybody really excited. Right here, this movement right here, and yeah, if you're trading it, awesome. If you're just like accumulating XRP and you think this is the pump, and it comes back down, there goes the emotional roller coaster. If you're trading this, shout out to you, right? And you're trading this, shout out to you. But if you're not trading this, you know, really on the higher time frame, we've just been going to the right. So here goes that break over 150. Everybody was pumped up about, you know, that upper valley range. It went up even higher to 160. But here goes, if you just wait your turn on, you know, even the 1 hour chart, boom, this candle right here, there goes your sell signal. Could you trade this down to 136? Could this, you know, essentially, you know, could this look like you know, that's almost perfect. Could this look like something like that happening? Nice little tight stop loss right there. Could that be something that, you know, it might do it, right? And maybe there's some green candles, maybe it'll scare you, but if it came down to this price, you're not going to be mad, right? Because you got your stop loss set, you got your take profit set, you got a window, you kind of know where price would be drawn to, right? So you're like, this is where I would set this up for me. I set my stop loss right before the previous one, so like that, if it goes up there, because a lot of times if it breaks that, it gets bullish. And if you see right at this line where we got the stop loss at, oops, kind of swiveled right there. Right here at this line where you see we got that stop loss set is exactly where the 50 moving average comes into action. You see that? And you can see how if, you know, we trade into up to this, you want to get stopped out because that's break above the 50. That might come back down and start to get bullish. So you want to get stopped out and just get on the other side of that trade. Don't wait for it to, oh, it's probably, no, just forget about it. Forget about it. Okay? Forget about it. But you can see how even this, how this holds value setting the stop loss right there, because look at how the 50 moving average lines up exactly where that stop loss would be, because, you know, just like we know if it gets above the 50 is bullish, the same thing applies while we're in the trade. You know, we're in this trade. and it breaks above this, look at this where the stop loss is at. This is where the 50 is at. So there's a lot of reasons why it's set there, because just like we know when it breaks above the 50 over here, it gets really bullish. We don't want to be holding a short and it is breaking above the 50 and it starts taking off again. Right. So right now, this is what that short position, could look like. And you could get tested where it goes into this range. You're like, oh my God, but it could be a lot of that first mouse squeezing thing. And then really the second mouse getting that cheesy thing. Right. So keep that in mind right here. I'm kind of showing you guys what they've been looking like lately. This is what I've been setting up, how they look. And if I get stopped out, I get stopped out. But if it runs, it runs. And you know what? These higher time frames, if you just set it and forget it, they've been turning into some others, and some of them are 50 to 100%. Some of them are 100 to 150%, and some of them even run a lot longer. But the reason why they're not really massive runners right now is because the range that we're in, we really haven't been breaking out a really crazy range. So XRP 1 hour chart, I could definitely see it coming down to like 137, $1.37. That short could probably be a real short. That plays out. Obviously, use your own TA, use your own, fundamental analysis and do all that good stuff. But if this sell signal is valid even on the 4 hour chart, and this 1 hour time frame is giving you the trade on the 4 hour, and then the 4 hour giving you trade on the daily, this is how a trade can turn into a runner, right? And you can see how on this 4 hour chart, the sell signal's out and it's right exactly where that 50 moving average is being broken. So, could it do some of this? First take profit, second take profit, point of control, 138, which is where that 1 hour time frame is at, or even lower, to 134 on the 4 hour time frame. All right. And you know what? Honestly, fam, if it did that, this is not to be like all like the bearer of bad news, right? It's like, if it did that, it's okay. Like, price is most likely going to bounce off of this again. If you look backwards, we've been bouncing off these same prices nonstop. So it's just about possibly getting an opportunity to do something with it while you're just letting the markets figure themselves out, right? That's really what it comes down to. Let's go to the next one. We're going to look up a lot of cool plays. We're going to go to MoonTube. We're going to go to Cappy today. There's some really good plays doing really good. Let me know in the chat what you guys want me to look. Don't be shy. Let me know what your guys' plays are. I know a lot of you guys are in, you guys got the whale miner. You guys got the luxurious lounge. You guys got TK's NFTs. You guys got, I don't know. You guys know most of the plays. You guys are, tapped in. A lot of the plays that we find early, it's not always just me finding them, especially because I like to trade futures. But a lot of the time is the community. Feetcoin. If there wasn't so many Feetcoins already, man. But yeah, Feetcoin is where it's at, man. Yeah, Feetcoin is where it's at. So XRP. Let's go to our next one. Let's go to BNB. And again, this is going to be a really cool, I think, a really good lesson for like how these shorts are looking. And hopefully you guys are getting something out of this, because, while the markets are figuring themselves out, and while, 1 minute the emotional roller coaster is happy, then it's sad, you can just avoid all that. Honestly, if you just use a higher time frame and you just do your thing, and you can spend time with your family, you can get some things done, because you haven't been missing out on too much. You're building even better. You're growing even better. You're touching grass. Great. I mean, that's good, because, it's just been an emotional roller coaster. But if you're trading it, you're finding things like this. Even if you didn't take this and this was your insurance, this sell signal on BNB was valid. And you're seeing it run down right here. And you're seeing this confirmation also on the 4 hour chart with BNB. And if you would have took this trade, not saying that you should or that you should chase this trade, but again, this is what these things look like. The sell signals right here. This one would have been a little bit like this. 1.1 right there. This is what this is looking like on a 4 hour chart. But you can see how this is extremely valid. You can keep it tighter if you want it. It could be right here if you want. But you can see how this is still playing out to be very valid. And with the overall market, it kind of compounds on that. I have a kind of cool NFT idea I want to do. Well, at least I think it's cool. Let's do it, bro. I'll support whatever you're doing. Honestly, we'll have it minted out. Why not? I want you to win, bro. You're a real one. Just let me know. Whatever my resources you need or whatever. I'm always here, bro. And I'm sure we'll mint it out. I mean, you're a great dude in the space, and we'll make sure of it, man. And whatever that cool idea is, we'll make that happen. I like making things happen. I think that's like one thing that people should really take away. Is like whether it's hey, what's up, AG9? I miss you, bro. How you doing, bro? I miss you, man. It's good to see you. Sometimes I pop into like where I know to find you just to hang out with you for a little bit, but lately I haven't been able to bump into you. But it's good to see you, brother. Yeah, awesome, man. Glad you're in here. But yeah, man, whatever ideas you guys got, like just let me know. Like I'm a person that I like to see a plan fall through. Like I'm not trying to figure out all these plans on myself. You know, we're doing our own thing. We're building nonstop. I'm not trying to get in anybody's way. And I like to see things get completed, especially if somebody like let me get the overlay going. They made me pay for it and then I forget to turn it on. So you guys can see your chat as well. But but no, I love to see like we've seen TK's things get minted out. We see everybody's ideas coming to life. That's what I'm really here for. XPX is doing its own thing. We got our donation widget knocking things out the park. We're not here to we're in a competition with ourselves, right? That's what we're here to do, and we want everybody to win. We want here to win. Okay, BDAG. Okay, we'll check that one out, bro. I'm just checking out the main blue chips, and then we're gonna go check out some more plays. So if you're gonna stick around, yeah, post the @ handle here. I mean, we'll definitely check it out. Anything that you're ever doing in the space, just let me know, bro. That's what I'm here to do. We've been in this space for years. It's like we're not going anywhere, right? So how can we grow with each other and make things happen? So BNB, given those people that are trading BNB and not accumulating BNB, or maybe accumulating BNB, another entry down here at $600, or somebody who's trading it, a beautiful short. I mean, you can't argue with this short. Coming down here, market sentiment great, probably not that great right now. So could it come down to $600? Yeah, very easily, very easily. And that's all we're talking about. We're not fighting nobody's bag. We're not, and then when you look on the daily chart, again, like when we come down to the daily chart, you haven't been missing out on too much. So if you're not trading it, don't worry about this stuff, right? If you're accumulating, you're doing great because this is what it's been doing, everybody. Little leg up, but coming really right back down. You're not missing out. On the shorter time frames, you could be trading it. But on these higher time frames, this is why everything keeps getting kind of rejected, because we want, and I think the rest of the market wants, a clear confirmation on the daily chart where this thing turns really bullish, really bullish. So keep that in mind. That's BNB. Let's go to Solana, and then we're gonna go to a lot of great plays. We're gonna check out BDAG for sure from my brother AG. Man, I love you, bro. You're a real one in the space, and you've never really changed, man. Everybody, you see how many times we've met so many people in the space, and they're constantly changing, right? And it's like you've always been you, and I appreciate that, man. I love when we cross paths. Right here, we got Solana for you Solana degens. I know you guys exist. I'm one of them, and so we're all in this space, right? So let's talk about a little bit about this Solana activity right now. Again, if you're not trading it, you're not missing out. If you're touching grass, if you're building, shout out to you. Why? Because look, who cares? Boring. Now, if you're trading it, we can find those trades. This is not financial advice. We've been saying it a lot because it is a risky market right now. I think this is why I'm even saying it a little bit more than usual. It is a cliche of the space, but it is true. I want you guys to tread lightly, especially if you're not willing to short. Like, you better be careful. You better be careful. There's a bear hanging out in the alley, and if you let your guard down, that bear might claw you. He might maul you, and I don't want that. And here, this is why, although it's not popular, and I think this channel would probably do better if I only stood bullish no matter what and was completely biased. That's not what I'm here for. I'm not here to win a popularity contest. I'm here to learn in crypto, to grow in crypto, and to find like-minded individuals, right? And that's what it's really all about. We've even, gotten better in being able to short because all this practice that we've been doing. So here goes your 4-hour time frame again. And if I don't use a fancy indicator, it's not the fancy indicator. I'm not a guru. I'm not doing nothing special. You could have did this with just a 50 moving average right here. And after a nice little run to break underneath the 50, bearish, right? And where could Solana come back down to? $82 for sure. You got your 1 hour. Was this hard for you to get into? No fancy indicator, right? Just chilling. letting everybody get all rallied up again. You know, let it do the pump. Woo! The minute it gets underneath this 50 moving average, you see this section? See that section? Let me zoom in, actually. I just looked at the screen. I'm not zoomed in enough. Let me zoom in. All this cool price action upwards. Awesome. Cool. We love it. I'm with you guys. I'm rocking it. The minute this thing broke to 50 right here, zoom in really good. I'm losing my eyesight too. All these screens have been, I'm giving my eyesight away to Web3. You see this break underneath the 50, this first break, and then you're having all this pop, pop, pop trading underneath the 50. This line right here, whoop. The minute this candle broke right here, this could have been your entry candle. You don't even need a fancy indicator. You don't need a fancy nothing, because these simple moving averages do show what's up. And the minute this would have been your entry candle right here for your short on the 1 hour chart, and that would have been a trade, and then turning into a runner on your 4 hour chart. And we're going to clean this up to show you, just moving a little bit more to the right, how what the indicators do is they help you stay in the trade. You know, but you still got to have a little bit of this strategy and be like, you know, and be able to read price a little bit, where it's like, all right, boom, because you know you got into this candle, you weren't late. So most people are like, oh, I'm late, I don't want to run. Look at this short, still shorting, still shorting. Why? Because it's headed towards that lower value range. That if we look at, this is why we would look at this trade and be like, okay, this value range over here is giving us where it would be the good spot to go. So you know, we get into this trade, boom, right? We got our short in wherever. Let's say we get in right here. Ooh. Take profit down here. That's what it's going to look like. If we break past these things, don't mess up the alpha. If it breaks, put this tight stop loss, you know, so like that. If this thing, you're already in, but somehow got back into this range. And again, you're going to see how it plays into getting back above the 50. If it got past these previous tops over here, that's your stop loss. You're out. You're done. Yeah, you're not chasing this. You're not going to try to push water uphill. But if it doesn't, no matter what it does while it's doing all this, you let it run. Come down to your trade, right? Let it come down to your take profit. And that's been nice. These trades take, you know, these higher time frames, you're going to wait a day and a half or whatever, but you know, trying to trade a 1 minute chart right now is just not it right now. And if it's for you, it's for you. Shout out to you. But for me, it's not. It's been actually very peaceful, just doing it at a higher time frame, waiting a couple of days, whatever, taking care of some stuff, you know, enjoying the weather that's changing here in Las Vegas, letting things building, you know, impacting real people around the world, or with Shine the Light, you know, with the homeless, with what XPX did is super bullish. So prices on Solana could be coming down to $85, but if we're looking on the 4 hour chart, this is what we're going to pay attention to. Let the volume profile step in. You know, it could be coming down to 82. Yeah, we're breaking underneath this. You know, we turn on the indicator to give us a little bit more filtration on. We got our sell signal that's been true. It definitely got tested. And you can see that this would have even got tested. You would have been tested right here. You get in on the sell signal. You got your stop loss right there. Look at this. You would have been, I'm in, but look at how close it got up here, and then it came back down, right? So even when a sell signal, you still have to be stoic at times, because this is the sell signal right here, this candle. And then you would have got in, you would have had to be like, okay, I got my stop loss. I'm not touching it because I got where I wanted to actually go. And boom, you got it right there. You were right. That's what it looks like. That's what that looks like. All right, let's go to some fun plays. Hopefully, AG, you're still up in here. We're going to go to a couple cool plays right away. I want to give a shout out to Aquila. That one's doing really good. Shout out to AJ. They're doing really good. I'm going to share this one with you guys. We're going to go through a bunch of plays. I'm going to look up BDAD next just because AG's up in here. But this is one that I've been looking at as well. This is, you know, nice, solid looking chart. Everybody's tapped in. I know you guys know AG. She's amazing. They got a solid dev team. They got a solid community. I see a lot of familiar faces in their space or in their TG. So if you guys haven't seen it or you guys missed out on it, come over here. They got a staking protocol where everybody's going to be getting staking rewards. They got a healthy looking chart. And if they keep grinding on this thing and keep breaking out, this thing can go a lot higher. So definitely come check this one out. I really like what I'm seeing so far. The community's super active. You guys can start staking right away. You guys also have a swap if you guys want to use it. But again, being paid to hold. So retain full ownership. I think this is a big thing. Manage your stake Aquila tokens directly from your own wallet to retain full ownership and control at all times. No third-party custody. Bam, right there, right from your wallet. So weekly rewards are airdrop once per week directly to your wallet in Aquila. Simple, regular, and transparent. So they got some bonus perks coming up as well. Unlock exclusive NFTs, special airdrops, and premium features as a loyal staker while keeping full control of your assets. So something to come check out right here. And it's crazy how 5 Sol was 1K like 2-3. Yeah, I know, right? Not no more. Not no more. It's crazy. Eagle Swap, they got that going as well. But again, solid community, solid project. Come over here to the X account, give them a follow. We're going to be checking out quite a lot of plays. We're going to show off what XPX has accomplished as well. But I want to show some love to your guys' projects. You know, the people who pull up, you know, we're here regardless. You know, we're pulling up strong no matter what. Let me post this one right here. You guys can go check them out. Give them a follow at Aquila Token, Aguila. Which is eagle. You know, that's why you see the eagle everywhere, which is cool how it's spelled with a Q here. But it is like almost how we say it in Spanish, Aguila. You know, we say it with a G, but I mean, there you guys go. Aquila, which is eagle. That's the eagle flocking in on you guys, and they're ready to fly. So go check them out, man. Low cap gem right there. I think this should be definitely something to keep your eyes on, everybody. All right, let's go to BDAG, because if AG is telling me about it, AG, you got my DMs, bro. Let me know, man. You're letting me know all like BDAG, block DAG. Okay. This one has, is it this one right here? On E? I know you're an E guy, so most likely. It's one year ago, though. Is it this one? Let me see if I, oh, you know what? Let me put it in again. I think I've seen it. BDAG. He dropped some alpha and just ran. Could be this one. 105. How much is in liquidity? 52 million. Nice. 11 days ago. Block DAG has got to be this one. It's crazy that there was one a long time ago, though. I wonder if they relaunched it. If it's the same people. But I don't know anything about it. I'm trying to find some links on it. See if we can search Twitter. Search Twitter on this one. Let's go. Search the CA. Nothing on the CA. Search on Twitter as BDAG. That's probably going to pop up. Could be this one, man. BDAG right here. Just got a new listing. This has a lot of brand new stuff going on right now. There you go, block DAG. But you see, this is the logo that's on the other one. So they probably relaunched this thing. So here we go. We found it. Okay.
Business. Work with us. Let's deliver on all this value that we have put in over the last 18 months. All the hard-earned income that has been invested in this project. I am here now as the CEO to instill stability and long-term future success and security of this project. We have an unbelievable team working behind the scenes. As you guys know, you've met some of them along the way. And we are here now to deliver on our 3-point plan. This is not a short-term execution. We're here for the long term. Regardless of any negative sentiment that has been portrayed in the community, this is not a project that is a scam or a rug pull, which some people are portraying. The technology is solid, the implementation is solid, we have a very clear plan, and we are going to execute on it.
Perfect. Cool. All right, let's go to Block DAG Network. You know, we could be finding something. Ooh, that looks cool. Looks like Noma's logo. But this shape is used so much in the world, like that octagon shape. It's an important shape. Here goes the cube. This is where that shape actually comes from. Once it spins a certain way, that's why that shape is used so much. So we got it. It's on LBank, MEXC, XT account, Coinstar, Bitmart. What is it though? Okay, block that growth launch. Follow a carefully structured strategy designed to protect long term value while supporting sustainable ecosystem growth. Instead of rushing directly into full market access, the launch is executed in control phases that focus on exchange expansion, liquidity strength, minor deployment, and network stability. This approach ensures that the infrastructure is fully prepared before global deposit open, allowing the market to grow in a healthy and balanced way. So, keeping that a little bit, not so volatile right away. So BlockDAG, so it's a blockchain. So BlockDAG mainnet treasury and allocation transparency. The wallet address is listed below, represent the official BlockDAG mainnet allocations across treasury team, liquidity, staking rewards, and protocol reserve. Publishing these addresses ensures that all core allocations are public, visible, and verifiable on chain. Every balance and transaction can be independently reviewed through the BlockDAG Explorer, allowing the community to confirm supply structure and allocation integrity in real time. Transparency at this level is fundamental to long-term trust, and it reflects our commitment to operating the network with clear and accountable token governance. No hidden wallets, no undisclosed allocation, no off-book supply, just full power BlockDAG. This is what accountable infrastructure looks like. You degens, let me know. Are you guys bullish on BlockDAG? A lot of these things, they're going to be massive, and a lot of the space can't handle this type of commitment. Like a lot of the times, the space is looking very short term, but a lot of these people that can pull these allocations together and build these things out the right way, they have a real potential to be something massive in the space. And it seems like that's what they're going after. So, AG, pull up some more, brother. Keep me tapped in. Yeah, we're seeing a lot of listings on this one. We could be seeing something really good. It seems like they had this is basically like a, because this is like 11 days ago, but it seems like all their liquidity is over here because this is 52 million, which is a great liquidity ratio. Obviously, it's not locked or anything, but they should update their stuff so it looks nice and clean. Where did it go up before? So it went up to like 9 million before on this one. This was 1 year and 2 months ago. And now it's down to 600K, and this was on the base network. So now they're on ETH, getting more exposure, getting more eyes on the project. And now they're flying up like crazy because there's no liquidity over here now. So they moved it all over there. And we click on here. It's not there. So most likely it's the one on ETH now. All right, let's go to some more plays. Fam, let's go through some more plays. We're going to check out some things on XPX. We got a space later on in a couple of hours. I don't want you guys to miss out on. Let's check out Thierry really quick. Thierry's been doing really good. A nice little bounce back on Thierry coming all the way down here. Hey, this is part of the market, fam. I think this is a good example of how a comeback is real. Shout out to Ben Billions. Shout out to Lisa and Nira. This says a lot right here, right? It's like sometimes you got to let those fade away that need to fade away. And if you really want it and the buy starts stacking up again and you break a certain market cap, and it's exactly where we drew it out. Exactly where we drew this out. Look at how it got really silly, because this is where a lot of buyer and sellers shook hands, and that it always becomes like an area of interest almost, right? So keep this in mind. Keep an eye on Thierry. They got nonstop spaces. No crying in the casino. It's a bullish narrative. Ben Billions has been in the space for so long that, if he put in that nonstop work, which I know he's going to do here, this will just keep growing slowly. It doesn't have to grow fast overnight, so it can just get, dumped. It could grow very slow. And I think that this little Thierry guy is very memeable. I think this little guy could be a cartoon. I think there could be a whole anime series on this guy. I don't know. He just looks interesting. This whole little face right here it's pretty hilarious, honestly. And it's just a big teardrop. So no crying in the casino. Check them out. Don't miss out on what they got going on over there. There's a great narrative, great community, great spaces. A lot of great things popping off over there, right? Solid things with Thierry. Let's go to Clash. Clash has been holding really strong, just letting it trade sideways. I've been seeing George building nonstop. It seems like this is the floor for Clash, $30 million market cap, because just like the rest of the market, you're not missing out on too much. Yeah, it's going up. Yeah, it's going down. Yeah, it's going up. But really, it's just going sideways, right? It's really just going sideways. And Clash has been doing really good as far as development. They got some technical analysis tools. I've been watching this stuff, watching it grow. It is absolutely amazing. Obviously, this Clash Picks is going to continue to grow. It's not going to stop. This Pandora's box will stay open from here to Kingdom Come, fam. I'm telling you right now, this is what it's going to be. So the fact that, you know, George and the Clash fam has staked their claim as one of the, like I like to say, the Mount Rushmore faces, right? When you got Mount Rushmore, like you know, all the presidents up there, it's going to be your Polymarket, it's going to be your Kalshi, it's going to be your Clash Picks, and that's what's up there, man. This is what's being built there right here. And shout out to the Clash fam. I think if you're somebody who's just barely finding Clash, you're still extremely early, fam. You're still early. You're still very, very early. You guys don't want to miss out on that. So, oh, nice. Clash Picks, man, don't miss out on that one right there. Huge utility, looking really good. It's probably only going to continue to get better. Do not miss out on this one. Solid price right now, solid consolidation. Dips are gifts. That's what he always says. And I think when it comes to Clash, that is definitely something that is true. And with that being said, I'm going to go into XPX because I think that is something that's also true with XPX, you know, building and staking your claim in this space as far as like what you're being able to provide as far as utility. It's a huge opportunity. I think a lot of people might be taking this opportunity for granted, but you know, the fact that we're able to build in this space and it's utility that, you know, people can use around the world is like, it's crazy. Like, it's really amazing, actually, you know, and we're going to be seeing this thing grow nonstop. But for those who don't know, Rico Moneybags, the dev of XPX, solid team, solid community, solid utilities. I mean, everything is check. And lately we've been doing some really cool things when it comes to XPX. We launched this on Smart DeFi, providing staking rewards for everybody, providing passive income, providing 30-day interest-free loans, but really providing some massive utilities. And this is what I talk about with that like Mount Rushmore of, you know, utility plays. And this is XPX right there. And honestly, this is what I'm talking about is you have a chance to sit at the table with the likes of these people. And I think Clash Picks is also going to do the same thing when you're thinking about Kalshi, when you're thinking about Polymarket, when you're thinking about, you know, that is the opportunity that's sitting right now on the table. So I'll come over here to our website really quick, let you guys know how we started, and then we're going to let you know where we're at right now with this donation widget. I'm going to invite you guys to our space that we're having later on, where you guys can also learn how to use this tool, whether it's to grow, you know, raise funds for your project, raise funds for your cause, but just showing you guys how all this stuff has real world impact and how you guys can make a difference with crypto. Hashtag crypto for good. I think it's a really good movement. So come over here to xpxpay.com if you're somebody who wants to off-ramp cryptocurrency using our KYC cards, MasterCards, 100K limit, 4% load up fee. Very reasonable for, you know, the prices. And I honestly think very competitive if you guys look around. So 4%, super bullish. And that's for anybody that wants a KYC card with 100K limit. If you want a non-KYC card, been talking to Doodlegenics, he's supposed to be getting his and also getting a KYC card as well. You get your KYC card here, you get your non-KYC card right over here. You guys can get your non-KYC card up to 10K limit or up to $500 limit on a Visa card. So 10K limit on a MasterCard, $500 limit on a Visa card, non-reloadable. So you guys, you know, have to reload it after it's done, but it gives you online purchasing power. It gives you tap to pay. And this is something that even I use and a lot of people are starting to use. We got well over $200,000 in paid orders. And that's for a good reason, because people are, it's growing with this using. That's why the markets are going to be the markets. The charts are going to be the charts, but is the product actually growing in use case? And we're seeing that right before our eyes. Even our bill payments are actually growing. And we got something very exciting for you guys coming up right around the corner. And I'm not going to go into that just yet because I'm going to do it for a space and I don't want you guys to miss out. But if you guys don't miss out on the space later on, that'd be super, super bullish if you guys can pull up to what we got going on, because it is another anniversary for XPX today. Today's the 19th. So we're getting really close. We're 1 month away to being on 2 years, man. We're super close. We're right there. And so make sure you guys pull up to the space later on, because I do have some updates for everybody in XPX. I don't want you guys to miss out on that. If you're part of XPX or hold a bag of XPX, definitely pull up, because you guys are not going to want to miss out. It's definitely some alpha. and we're just marching in the right direction. If you guys are also interested in non-KYC gift cards, sending somebody some funds via, a non-KYC card, you guys don't have to give out all your information. You guys can just be like, hey, use this, tap in, use this, and give you guys a lot of flexibility. And people are using it. It is growing. Now, our newest tool that is about to set things on fire for all of us, and also a lot of projects. Shout out to all of Smart DeFi. Shout out to the Space Penguins. Shout out to Kenji Token as well. I'm in a dev group with them. I think their dev team will be full steam ahead within the next week or so. And this is what's something that I'm really excited about, and I think the rest of the space is excited about, is this right here, our donation widget. And shout out to the XPX community. This is what's live right now, and anybody can use this. And it's probably one of the most bullish things that's going on in this space right now, because we're just handing this over for you guys to use it as well. Let me zoom in a little bit more. But this tool right here, and I'm going to show you the videos, the actual Impact Veteran token as well. Absolutely, man. We're going to help them hit their goal as well, because that's good for us. He hits his goal and gets to do these things over in his town and his city. It's super bullish. Shout out to everybody that's supporting. But if you guys are interested in using this and having your own branding up here, where it says Veteran Token, where it says Space Penguins, where it says Plastic, where it says this, that, and the third, and you can set up your own donated target to make sure that you guys can hit that. You guys can set that up. And what can it do? Well, it can help you not only receive currency in Solana, but in BNB, in Tron. It also, in USDT, because you'll be accepting over 50 to 70 different cryptocurrencies, depending on which ones you guys set up. And I'll help you set it up. So like that, you guys don't have to just wait around for BNB. So like that, you don't have to just wait around for Solana. You guys can get your cause, what you're trying to get done, funded in multiple different cryptocurrencies, that which later on you can do exactly what I did. Talk is cheap in the space, fam. This is one thing about XPX we've been doing for a while, and the XPX knows we've just been walking the walk. And we launched a donation tool. I was getting people to see if they're gonna use the tool, but I just want to show everybody how easy it is to use, from the beginning steps of setting it up to us hitting our goal in less than a week, to off-ramping that crypto and actually making a difference. This is what anybody can do, whether you're an animal token doing things for dogs, cats, or penguins, or you're somebody doing this for mental health, or you're somebody that's doing this for the homeless like XPX and the rest of the Web3 space did. You guys can do this also. And again, we showed you the process. We documented it here live on our X account when we're first started this 385. We're climbing, we hit our goal. Eventually we climb up, we hit our goal, we make the contacts, we get the emails, we get their phone numbers, we make contact with them when we go boots on the ground. And this is what we did as a community. I'm going to show you guys a couple of videos that I'm so bullish on, and hopefully you guys can be bullish with me on what we accomplish here with Shine the Light and feeding the homeless with this donation tool and with your guys' help. Thank you guys so much, man.
Hey guys, I just want to say thank you again to the crew over at XPX for donating all the supplies today. We were able to make a big impact. We connected with about 20 people down here that needed supplies. It's an amazing thing. Just a little bit of love and support helps somebody out, just for a little bit longer today. They're not going to have a miserable time. So thank you again to everybody. And just to put it on your radar, we are hosting our 4th annual Beneath the Neon Gala on April 19th. So check us out on all the social medias. Check us out on our website, shinealightlv.com, and see how you can come and get involved a little bit more. Thanks so much again, you guys. Later.
That's us right there, man. That's Web3. Hashtag crypto for good. That could be around the world. That could be XPX helping projects build a well in a country. Like, there's so much that we can do with this, and not just ourselves, but us as a Web3 community, not just as XPX. And this is what I talk about, this sitting at this table, or that Mount Rushmore idea. It's like, I'm not in a competition with anybody. Like, don't drag me into that stuff. If that's whoever needs to do that, you guys do that. I'm focusing on that there's a .com moment that you can become, one of the big names in the space. What if the Red Cross and Blue Shield are using XPX Pay to do this? What if when you go to GoFundMe.com and you go pay and you hit the payment, you got all these options, and also an option right here that says pay with crypto, and that could be us. or that can be your project that's using our tool that's making these connections happen. That's what Web3 really needs to be on right now. It needs to be about building outside. I'm going to show you guys another video. I think it's super impactful, showing you guys what we've actually done. I'm editing some more videos that I'm going to produce today. This video already is getting close to 1,000 views on YouTube, which is doing better than all the other videos. And that has really put me into this thinking mode about like even my YouTube channel, you know, having another channel dedicated to this, because the views and the engagement and how long people stays watching has been huge. Next leg down for BTC. Yeah, for sure, Josh. Yep. Hope everyone is printing right now. Annoying market. Next leg down. Yeah, I think the next leg down is 65K, brother, and possibly 60 on the 4-hour time frame. But let me show you guys something that we did as a community. If you guys can help us out, make an impact while the markets are figuring themselves out, this is what we're doing as all of us
I
together.
want to show you guys what your impact made today. So with the $500 that was donated to the Shine a Light Foundation, we were able to stop by Walmart and we were able to put together all these bags. And so everything in here, we're going to take down into the tunnels today, and we're going to spread some love around the community. Just want to say thank you to everybody in the community who donated to this fundraiser. It's going to be a big deal for us to go down and share a little bit of kindness that you gave to us, to the community that we serve. So again, thank you guys very much. Appreciate it.
I mean, it doesn't get any more bullish than that. It doesn't get any more. I think that's RWA. I think that's RWU. I mean, that's real world utility at its finest being used. And there's really more that we can do. I think.
Hey guys, this is Brett from the Shine a Light Foundation. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. So I just want to start you off by giving you a little tour of our offices and kind of give you a better understanding of what we do here. We are a two-part foundation where we go down into the tunnels and through the homeless encampments in the unhoused community, and we connect with people who are living unhoused and dealing with substance use disorder. The second part of our foundation is our long-term case management program, where we connect people to treatment for substance use disorder, obtain all their vital documents, get them connected to a primary care physician, financial literacy, job development, full-time employment, housing. Ultimately, the goal is to get people independently housed and self-sustained on their own. So I'd like to kind of show you what it is that we do here in the office. So where you are now is our 12-step recovery home. So we host meetings here 6 days a week. Anybody from the community is welcome. This is a very friendly community space. We open it up to all forms of recovery. We have a meeting sheet right here. You come in and it gives you a breakdown of what meetings we're hosting, what days, what time of the day. Over here, we have a community resource board. Pretty self-explanatory. There's sober living, there are job opportunities, different trainings, different recovery events that are happening in the community. Come on down and post your stuff right here. We also have a Narcan vending machine, so anybody can come in, grab what they need. Everything is free through here. We are a distribution center for Narcan, fentanyl test strips, Xylazine test strips. So you can come down and ask us for whatever you need, and we'll hook you up, all right? Back here, we have an arcade room, barbershop, where it's a space for the kids to kind of hang out during a meeting. We offer haircuts to the community that we serve. There's a couple of video games, lots of toys, just a friendly, safe space for people to be.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Honestly, just completely awesome. You guys are amazing.
Back here, we have our free community store where people can donate their items, different clothing materials, books, housewares. We have towels, blankets. We take furniture, anything that you need. This is a free store. Anybody can come in here and get whatever they want. It's also an opportunity for our community to donate the things that they don't have a need for anymore. So we're pretty informal. Just come on down, give us what you got. We appreciate it.
I mean, that is crazy bullish that, you know, even being there, I'm telling you, fam, it was a real eye-opening experience. I got some more videos that I'm going to produce showing you guys how deep into the tunnels I actually went for this project and how deep I actually went. I was literally underground Vegas for the movement and opportunity that what we got right here as a project. But like I said, there's going to be a space later on. I want you guys to understand that this is not just XPX's movement. This is all of our movement, whether you're trying to do this thing for planting trees and environmental projects or whatever you got going on, cleaning up plastic or cleaning up whatever it might be on the earth, whether it's, you know, we're us as a project cannot do all of them. right? We can't feed the homeless, take care of the dogs, take care of the cats, take care of the plastic, take care of the trees. We can't do all of them. And that's why we're here to obviously let other people implement this tool, which is free to use. The only time you require free, and I want to be transparent, is when you actually off ramp it onto the card. Because just like everybody else, we all got fees to pay, right? And so it's really important that you guys see that what can be done. And I just want to say thank you again to the XPX community for helping us see it through from the very beginning steps to, later on the steps that were followed all the way through, right? So from setting up the widget to everybody donating, to donating the money, to people actually receiving the stuff. Like if you guys know how you guys would, man, if you guys saw how many smiles you guys put on people's faces the other day, you guys would really, 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 really feel good about yourselves. And I want to let you guys know, like, this project has the potential to allow other projects, right? Imagine a project in a developing country, that wants to get, a well built there. It's like they can use the donation widget, grow the funds, and then use that where they're receiving all these funds in one vault, in one wallet, one hub, and they don't got to worry about swapping this, swapping that. They can just off ramp that straight onto the card and have that purchasing power, whether it's a Visa card or a MasterCard. Depending on what country you're in, it's going to be easier for you. But that's the power of this stuff, right? When you're going to build a well in another country, what do you think you're going to give them Solana for it? They're not going to take Solana. But if you got a card and you can pay their business using the card, and they take payments via MasterCard or Visa, you can do that. Or go to an ATM and pull the cash out, because it's a country that only takes cash. Those cards allow you to pull out cash in the local currency. That is crazy bullish that we have cards that do that right now, and we're sitting at a 300K market cap. Super undervalued project. I think I've showed you guys some charts that, they're going to go up, they're going to go down, but if you keep building and you keep grinding, things are going to turn around eventually. Look at Thierry's chart, how it bounced right back. Look at MK's chart, how it bounced right back. How many meme coins have shown you that, once everybody's done being shaken out, those who stuck around and that floor is built out, it will turn back around, right? Nothing wants to stand in the way of something that just keeps pulling up nonstop and keeps going, right? And that's what XPX is here to do. It's not just here to do that for ourselves. I want to be very clear about that. We're open for business for everybody, for the projects doing stuff for animals, for the projects doing stuff for humans, mental health, whatever it might be. Let us know so we can help you grow. And that's what we're here to do. So let's go to Cappy today. If you guys can give XPX a follow, and if you're listening to this later on, join the XPX Telegram. Stay tapped in with all the latest and greatest up in there. But we're going to go into Cappy today and a little bit of MoonTube, give them some love. Shout out to all the projects on there as well. Kind of check out a few more things if you guys don't mind. But I think that was just amazing. We got a space in about an hour and a half with XPX, where I'm going to be there. The community is going to be there. If you're part of the XPX community, don't miss out. There's going to be some bullish things there. And yeah, definitely don't miss out, right? If you're a part of XPX or you're rocking with us and you like utility, and that's the thing with this utility that that's here, you actually get a lot of utility that gets to, like, you could use a lot of our tech down the road, and I'll show you guys that as we grow it out, right? So shout out to everybody who's pulled up. Let's go to MoonTube, show them some love. Come over here, go vote on XPX. I already did, come over here, vote on it. You guys can come check out the chart as well, but make sure you guys stay voting over here, man. Like, keep XPX on the top. I've already voted. As you guys can see, you already voted for this token today. But if you guys are part of this project, man, come over here, show some love, and even to the other projects, give them some votes. This is how we get some more exposure to other projects and get more eyes on what we're actually doing. And some of these projects can be like, hey, I want to use some of these tools, right? So keep an eye on all of these: XPX, Momo, Army, Core, Molt, Kimchi, SOS, and Testicle is one that we found super early. We didn't get into it, but it's something that I even got us here still saved from when we first got into it. Let's see where it's at now. 6.3. But we talked about this one super early. Super early. It was crazy how early. But now it's on its pullback, and now it's going back up. It did the pattern. So it's on MoonTube now. So that's a good amount of exposure. Imagine if we keep upvoting, you get exposure to these plays like that. That's what's good about these tools like MoonTube and Cappy today, that give you that cross-pollination Definitely come check this out over here. There's a lot of partner services here that are also going to grow. You guys don't want to miss out on that. So keep an eye on all partner services, a lot of dev tools, things that devs can use, a lot of things that, you know, you might need to help grow your project. Trending Moon Tubers, of course. You got me up there. You got Adam Shelton. You got Oscar. You got Crypto Calls. You got Mr. Roman Believes in Crypto. Guys, check this stuff out. Go show them some love as well and see what's going on over there. So pretty solid, honestly. Pretty solid. All the tools that you can find over here on MoonTube. I mean, very great like community on X. Opinion on Feg. We need adoption on Smart DeFi, man. That's all it's going to take. You know, we got adoption on Smart DeFi. It fixes the whole ecosystem. It does. It really does. You know, I'm looking forward to the bonding curve. Honestly, I think it might bring some FOMO to Smart DeFi. Because if FOMO hits Smart DeFi, it works. I know, because we have a big backing pool by Feg. So, you know, we can see the pros and the cons from the fluctuation of it. So if we just got on the right side of the trend and pushed up, like, you know, I'm bullish on it. XPX has over 60 BNB in asset backing. What other token contract can give you, you know, that type of like security essentially over time as the asset backing pool continues to grow? So I'm very bullish on it. I just think that there's like, we deal with in the ecosystem, right? And I know you're part of it. You've been pulling up for a while. I remember you. And, you know, we're just speaking clear. I think it's just everybody wants a pump, but if they only knew that it's right there, it's like literally right there. It's like a lot of the times, like charts fight against themselves. Like communities will literally drag things down sometimes by their sentiment and things like that. And there's going to be a moment where a lot of that stuff fades away. I've even seen a lot of people that used to be around and just like being like not on the more positive side of things, they're slowly falling away. You know, those people, like I said, nobody, I would hope not that you're not just going to pull up once a year to complain. Like that's, you know, it's like at that point, if you're not bullish on it, you know, just turn the chapter on it, you know, go to the next thing. There's so many things out there. But I am bullish on Feg token. I'm bullish on, you know, all the gorillas. I'm bullish on the way that they have stood true. I think there's a lot to learn from that as far as like, you know, what it takes to actually, you know, XPX is coming up on 2 years. That stuff is not easy. That stuff is not easy. You know, you're dealing with people, you're dealing with charts, you're dealing with emotions, you're dealing with sentiment, you're dealing with people loving you one day, then the next day they don't. You know, it's tough. You know, you can't make everybody happy. You literally can't. And it's almost easier, you know, it's almost easier for people to find ways to hate you than it is for them to appreciate things. And I think once all that clears up and a lot of people just fade away, and you know, if Feg token got back over $10 million market cap, I think it would be bullish. I think people always come back and check on it. 2 years is like 20 years in crypto. I agree, bro. I completely agree. What's up, Lisa? So we just talked about Tiri a little while ago. You just missed it. We're shilling it hard. But yeah, I think Feg token I'm there with them, you know. Not everybody rocks with me, you know, that's just the truth. But a lot of the, you know, like I'm really tight with rocks. There's a lot of gorillas that hold massive bags in XPX, you know, but you know, we got a lot of people that even build stuff for us. Like shout out to SK building the buy bot for us, you know, part of the Feg team. And there's a lot of people that are good, right? And it's just like sometimes the overall sentiment, it clouds all the good. And I think if we just focus on the good and we work together, we have the stuff there. We just need it to get adopted, fam. That's all it takes. Like the tools are actually bullish as heck. Like the staking protocol, you see that staking is a topic now. We've been having staking. Passive income's real. It's always going to be a meta. I agree, bro. The fact that they're still here is amazing. And you know what? That gives me confidence in my smart contract as, you know, the dev of XPX, that no matter what, that I have a smart contract, whether people want to be a part of it or not, whether the chart goes up or down, that these smart contracts will provide passive income. But now they're even more powerful than before, because with asset backing, you know, this is our asset backing pool. Like we have 60.2 BNB in asset backing. That's there. That's real. So, you know, people are going to leave, people are going to go. But if, you know, if you're still here, look at this, a year ago and 281 days, been grinding with you guys. Man, the grind is real. I'm proud of us, man. Honestly, I'm really proud of us. I know the charts are the charts, whatever. And, you know, you're not going to make everybody happy and stuff like that. But 60.2 BNB in asset backing, I think that's pretty bullish and proof of these smart contracts that the FEG token team has built out. And I want more than anything autoplay, more than a freaking Ferrari, more than a freaking Lamborghini, more than anything, just for the, like, I like to see completion is for adoption of this to happen and adoption of all these great plays, you know, Noma token, Space Penguins, FEG token, and all these communities to be fulfilled. More than a freaking dollar amount. I really don't care. I mean, money comes and goes. I've seen it so many times in my life. You can't swindle me with a dollar sign. You know, it comes and goes like there's nothing. But I'm bullish on FEG token. I'm bullish on these smart contracts. I'm bullish on all these projects. And more importantly, I'm really bullish on these communities. And yeah, I think it's here to stay. Why would you turn away from 60 BNB in asset backing? I have no idea. You know, because everybody who bought and sold has been contributing to the asset backing pool of XPX, and it's just only getting stronger, and will continue to get stronger. 60 BNB, if any project had that, I mean, that's all the talk. But that's there for you guys to take out a smart loan. Lending is going to be a big part of the meta, fam. Like lending protocols, people are just they just want to pump right now. But lending will be a big part of the meta. You know, that you can give out 30-day interest-free loans and then let people use it on a Visa card or a MasterCard. Psh, the space is just not seeing that. You're seeing X payments come to life. You know, watch all the KOLs. Everybody's going to be talking about how they told you that payments was the meta, when really we've been building on that meta nonstop, because all roads, I promise you, lead to payments. The track record shows that. And I think these tools go hand in hand together. So we kind of jump back into XPX and FEG token on there, but it's all good, fam. We're vibing. We covered a lot of projects. I'm going to come over here to Cappy today and see if we can find some new plays. Sometimes we've been finding some new, you know, rising communities. Aquila was one that, you know, now it's a rising community. You could see it on the chart. It's a rising community, but is there something else that we haven't seen? Been looking for some new ones. What is this? What is this guy right here? Ooh, this is weird. A milk carton with a beard, raw milk. Ugh. Oh. Oh my God. Oh my God. That gave me a bad raw milk. You ever been in your 20s and you ever been out all night drinking? And have you ever went to like a taco joint really late? And this, like I said, this is in your 20s, okay? I'm creeping on my 40, going to be 40. You know, time just keeps flying, but we're talking about in our 20s. But I was playing Halo yesterday and got an ad for an Xbox debit card on the home screen. I was like, wow, I know, crazy. And if you think that they're not going to eventually let you do crypto payments with them, you got another thing coming. We just got to stake our claim. But back to like this funny story that it came into my mind thinking of raw milk, which is hilarious because it's probably like 15 years ago. And you know, you're wild. You're in your early 20s. You're just, you know, you stayed out all night. You're having fun. You're partying. The heck? What else are you going to be doing? Tacos del Gordo, you know, exactly. You get horchata late at night and you wake up in the morning and you think you can still take a sip of it, but horchata's made with milk. This is why I said ew. And I don't know why that memory popped up, because it's like literally like, I don't know, like 15 years ago or something like that, which is a random memory. But I do remember at times staying out all night and getting tacos really late after the club. And, you know, I always get a horchata or whatever. And I thought I could there was still some left when I woke up in the morning. I thought I could take a sip from it. But since it just sat out all night next to me, it was definitely not something that you were supposed to be drinking. So we got a wild one right here. It's called raw milk, everybody. Come check this one out. It did pump up to, you know, over $1 million market cap. It's got a crazy chart, honestly, very volatile chart, if I might add. But I see Sharon laughing. I swear. And that's a random memory. And that's how the brain works. Shout out to Blockcast. That's how the brain works. That is the most random memory to pop into my head just because I seen this raw milk. But I'll never forget that, I guess. You know, I guess we can say that I'll never forget the day that I took a sip of one night old horchata thinking it was still good, and it was like not good. Okay. It was definitely not good. Oh my God. Oh my Lord. Oh my God. Good. You know what? That's the thing when like I do appreciate about like, as the years go by, a lot of the things that you once regretted, right? Because you're like, damn, why did I do all that crazy stuff or whatever? In your early 20s, a lot of people are wild. Some people went to university. Shout out to you. Um, I was a little bit wild. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. That's me. And but it's funny because a lot of those things that at maybe like in your early 20s, you're just experiencing, you're just doing it, right? And in your late 20s, you're shaking all that stuff off. In your early 30s, you're like, I can't believe I did that stuff, right? You're like, oh my God, you're from like 30 to 35. I was like, man, why was I doing that? Now that I'm 37 and I see 40, like I can see 40 freaking looking at me, right? I'm like, dude, what the heck? The heck are you doing looking at me? It's like those things that in my just not too long ago in early 30s, I was like, man, I was when I probably didn't. I was kind of turned up, and it wasn't nothing really bad. It was just that I'd like to have fun, I was just having fun. But now when I'm 37 and I look back and I see 40 looking at me, I'm like, man, I'm glad I did that actually. Because where else are you gonna find the time to have these crazy fun memories, right? It's like, screw that. I got to live. I don't know what everybody else is talking about. Are there some that anybody can regret? And obviously, you could say that you want to take back. Yeah, of course. But the majority of it was like, no way. What? When am I going to be? I'm definitely not going to be doing it at this age. Can't wait for the streams from the retirement. Exactly. Exactly. My point exactly. It's like, screw that. I have fun. I'm glad I rode motorcycles. I'm glad I've traveled so much and did all that stuff. Screw what? Yeah, that was fun. Because you're not going to get that time back to pull that off again. So raw milk just brought back a whole bunch of great memories. Maybe it's bringing you guys some memories of having some fun as well. Maybe not. But we're just finding some meme coins. We're vibing right now before the XPX space. We're just looking at it. We're going into the degen mode of the space, which I'm sure you guys are okay with. We're going to check out like anything you guys want to check out. Let me know what you guys are buying. Don't be shy, man. Yeah, we're exposed to all the same stuff. So just let me know what you got a bag of. So maybe we can get some eyes on it. Maybe you can make some more gains on it. I don't know. You leverage the channel. So we got raw milk right here at 157K. I don't know. Would you guys buy a bag of raw milk? Let me know. It's pretty funny. It does create an emotion, right, when you think about it. It did have a run all the way up to 1 million. Just, raw milk. That's simple. I like the website. When these guys make the websites like this, they know what they're doing, This is not their first rodeo. I can tell you that. It's like once you know the format, you can see it. But that is raw milk. Let's see if we find another one. That one's pretty. I mean, it's at a discount. It could definitely pump up again. It's something that does make you want to talk about it. I'll tell you that. Okay, Gang Bear. All right, let's look that up. I'm looking up everything right now. Yeah, just let me know because maybe somebody will see it later on and buy a bag of it, and then maybe it'll pump and you're doing good. Ooh. I like these with the Japanese letters. I like those. So 103K market cap 20 days ago. Looks like a CTO run. You got Gan Bear Never Give Up. Okay. See what it is, man. Like I said, lately I've been setting my trades. Oh, Papa Stonks. So Papa Stonks was super fresh. Gang Bear equals Japanese spirit of preserve and grit. Do your best, never give up. Punch carries the energy. And then you got this one right here. So, okay. All right. You got one right here. This could be a runner. Who knows? 27K in volume out of nowhere woke him up. 100K market cap is pretty low, honestly. If it turned into a couple mil or, you know, even more than that, that's a pretty good entry. And considering that their Papa Stonks is lingering around this, it could definitely pump again. It could be a little CTO thing. So that's one play that we could check out. I think that one's pretty good. I'm sure some people will check this one out. Let's go to Cappy today again, see if we find some more stuff. That one's looking pretty good, though. Shout out to Lisa on that one. That was probably going to have a nice little movement on it. Let's go to something else. Just find some stuff. Little green guy looking good. Who's this little green guy? Who's this little green guy? 48K market cap. Who's this? Clean little early looking chart. What is this? You know, is this something? These are the ones I've been trying to look for right here. This 48K market cap. What? That's low. Velotron, the guardian of the bull run. Ooh. Ooh. There you guys go. Creeping up little by little. Could be a little runner. Could be the next trending one on. Could be the next trending one on Cappy today. Gets trending on Deck Screener, and next thing you know, it's pumping up. Next thing you know, then it's just gonna be pumping up. Okay, I do like the chart. Seems pretty early. I mean, this could be some potential right here. I would check this out, fam. These are these little ones that I've been looking at. Like, just have like a little wallet, just sprinkle it. Don't, you know, because honestly, the space is cutthroat right now. Like, I was in a space with Doodlegenics, and it was funny the way he was saying some stuff. It was like the same way that I feel. It was like, you know, everybody sends you a DM like, this is gonna be the one. It's like, bro, I'm so tired of that. It's like sometimes it's like, but these like low cap ones, like if you can find a solid team, solid community, and they're like really low cap, you're not, you know, being at somebody's exit liquidity, it's there's something there. That one's pretty low cap. Let's look at this one right here. CTR Chronos Treasury. Chronos Network stuff. Okay, 200K market cap, 31K liquidity, probably not a good thing to ignore it. Low caps can change lives. They really can, man. They really can. Chronos Treasury. You got some Chronos Network stuff here. Ooh. I don't know where I got that from. I don't know what. Let's hope around it. How long it sticks around. Oh my God. Chronos Treasury. I don't know. Give it a look. I'm just holding my sweet like crow and knife stuff from that wallet from a while ago. It's just on there. I don't even touch it. I'll wait for when all of retail, you know, when they start giving crow and knife for free or doing crow and knife giveaways at crypto.com stadiums and everybody's loading up on crow and knife. I'll become a millionaire off of the crow and knife that I'm holding. Of course you are. Of course, that's what you're going to clip. Of course. Oh, my. See what else we find, man. We're just vibing right now. If you guys are cool with vibing, if you guys got a community that likes to vibe, let me know. Also, if you guys got some projects that want to come up and join me, send me a DM. Let me know if there's a project that you guys want to see up on the stream and talk to any of the guests. Let me know. Just have them send me a DM and I'll send them the private link. Okay, let's go to, let's see what else is on here. We're just in DJ mode. We're just scanning. Ooh, like here goes the damn ooh again. Oh my God, why am I saying this now? There you go. Clip that one. Sheesh. Ooh. What the heck, man? Here we found one. Ooh. Oh my God. This is nice right here. This is actually really nice. But this is what these early plays on that Cappy today could look like. You know, that you find it underneath that 100K market cap or 100K, and then it's just kind of trending up little by little. The tunnels did something to Rico, and you don't even know. It was kind of eye opening, real talk. But ooh, this is cool. Ooh, I guess that's the new one. There we go. I'm not gonna even fight it. I'm not gonna even fight it. I'm not gonna, because the minute you fight something, it's like that little Chinese toy that, like, you put both your fingers in there, and the more you fight to try to get your fingers out, the more ooh you go, right? It's like, forget about it. We're not gonna even fight the thing. The Fruit Bowl dinner party, one table, 7 feuding fruits, a baby nobody expected. When Banana Secret comes out over the salad course, every relationship in the bowl gets tossed. I swear, in crypto, we read sentences and paragraphs that never existed before. Like, that's never been said before. There's never been a live stream where that's been said. That's never been a live stream where that's been. There's never been. Oh my god, this was not even in 50 Shades of Grey. Whether I'm not sure, I didn't read it, but here we go. We got salad tossing. We got unexpected babies here. We got AD popping up. What the heck, AD's here? Are these like little? Are they making a whole cartoon? The original episode. This is bullish if this is this clean and it's got AI fruits on soul.
I love you so much, Bananita. Apollina, I can explain.
It's over between us. Apollino! Let go of me, you maniac!
Stop it, you're hurting her. Yes, we need an ambulance immediately. She's unconscious. Okay, I see the lights now. They're pulling up right now. BP is dropping. Heart rate is 120.
Hang another bag of saline, wide open.
Good news is you have surface injuries. Bad news, you are pregnant.
What?
Mom, can you come and pick me up, please?
Don't worry, she can't do shit. We are safe.
He tried to kill me. Now I'm pregnant with his child. I'm sorry, my child. This world don't deserve you. I'm so excited for our wedding, but I can't believe this is actually happening.
I love you so much, Bananita.
Oh my god, I'm too invested in the story now. That is ridiculous. I'm too invested into the freaking fruit story now. What? That's why it's so hard for me to get into series, because I like to see things from start to finish. I get invested really quick, and the next thing you know, I don't know what's going on. What happened? What are we going to miss out on? Like, what does this baby even look like when a banana and an apple gets together? What? Like, now, oh my god, the heck? Let's watch one more, okay? Just one more, okay? And they're very short, and I like this a lot actually already. So market cap 700K, 29 episodes, total likes 2.1 million, 34 million views. Man, this could be something here. Let's watch the next one together. This is the eggplant. No, the heck. Maybe that one was. Maybe it's good that the egg. This is the one we watched. Let's hold on a second. I'll watch another one. This one's trending.
What have you done, Water Melina? Go away from here.
No.
Go away, flatulence woman. You can never be the mother of my child.
Aplon, please forgive me. My husband Aplon threw me out of the house just because of one fart. Where will I spend the night?
What the? No.
You are not worthy of my luxury home, flatulence lady. What do you want to say in your defense, Water Melina?
Your Honor, please
Oh my
forgive me.
God.
I promise I will not do this again.
My God, ladies,
I sentence Water Melina to life imprisonment. Arrest her.
life. Oh my
What
God.
have you
Oh my. Let's watch one more. I promise, just only one more. And then let's watch one more. Wait a second. Yeah, we're done. I mean, look how invested I am into this. This is what I do for a living. If anybody asks me, I gotta say I do charts and stuff like that. Because if I told them that I'm looking at apples and bananas making babies and stuff like that, nobody will take me serious, right? If I go, I gotta, you know, oh man, let's look at wait. Oh my God, what are we looking at? What is this? Looks guys, can we even watch this one on stream? Um, let's take a left turn for the stream. Let's see how wild this gets. Careful, everybody. If you guys got, I don't know what I'm clicking on. He was her boss, and the thumbnail looks like, just careful who's around. All right, here we go.
My husband is waiting for me.
let him wait?
You're my boss.
And you love it.
This never happened.
See you tomorrow, Rosita.
I'm home.
Finally,
Something smells good.
I made dinner. I hate your boss. He keeps you late every single day.
Sorry, babe. I just miss you.
That's all long day.
But I
Oh my God, and it messes up. You can tell I like this too much. This is too funny. When you get bummed out that it didn't load, you're invested. Sheesh. All right, so this is awesome. I'm going to share this link. I mean, this is probably one of the coolest things that I've seen in crypto, and that looks this clean in a while. In a while, honestly. Worthy of a bag. I'm going to go smack a soul on it. I don't care what market cap's on. You got me. I'm going to throw a soul on it. I don't even care what it does, just for the fact that it's so cool. Let me go to you guys' Twitter account. Caution. I'm sure it has. I'm sure it has content that that is you know, it has some content that you know, look, actually scared. What the? Oh my God. No. Did you guys see that?
Hey, Strawberryna, is your dad a fruit farmer? Because you're a 10-10 snack.
Sorry, boys. My aura is too high for this convertible.
Calling.
One baddie iced coffee, extra glitter, because my aura is literally off the charts.
Fine, put it on my tab. I'm paying for the baddie bill today. Strawberryna, you're the only fruit in this bowl for me. I'd go bankrupt just to see you smile.
Aw, Bananito, that is so romantic. Now hurry up and pay for my muffin before the card declines. Finally, I am in your arms, Bananito.
Of course, my sweet berry.
Panito.
I love you very much.
His name.
Strawberryna, I've never felt this way before. I think you're the one, my actual soulmate.
Of course you feel it, Bananito. You're so stupid, Bananito. You really thought my aura was free? Thanks for the donation, sweetie. Period.
Oh my God. Yeah, we just watched it. That just literally happened right now. And I think that is perfect for this space. I think that will resonate really good. And we just found ourselves this is a banger right here, probably. This could probably be a banger. I don't know if they keep producing this stuff. This can go viral on YouTube and or on TikTok, all kinds of stuff. This is probably why it's getting all these views. Where's it from? Where are these views from? Wow, look at 285,000 views. We're not sure if this is accurate. I'm not sure where it's pulling this analytics from. But if it's being posted somewhere, I could see this very easily being sucked into the algorithm and working. I mean, this is the last one, I swear. Oh, you guys are lucky. It didn't work. It didn't work. Yeah, here you guys go. AI fruits doing their thing. This man, if you guys said to this part of the live stream, you know, where I didn't even notice. So nice when we have a couple of days off and then you do a live stream. It's like I didn't even notice it's an hour and 40 minutes went by. We've been live for a little bit. AI fruits, man. Whoa, that's pretty nice. Is this not a banger, fam? Am I tripping right now? Am I wrong? Am I just too excited? I haven't seen nothing this good in a while. What's going on? World Peace is doing good. That one's nice. Man, I would love to be one of the fruit voices. That would be cool. But that's all being AI now. You know, AI does that's why we don't need AIs are gonna take those jobs too, because you know, they could just record my voice and that's it. And then, you know, just use it, right? I don't even gotta be making a bunch of it. This is one that's doing really good. This is Peace Coin. We've been watching this one. We actually talked about it very early when the chart wasn't looking that pretty. But I told you guys that I would keep an eye on it because you always have to have the counter of war, right? We had war was the number one. Remember when we looked at this one, war was like number one and it was doing really good. I didn't get a bag of this one. You know, I'm not chasing a lot of these things. I like the AI fruit one, honestly. That one's pretty cool. It gets me excited. But like this one I didn't get into, but you're seeing that now this thing's trending. This thing's doing good. So 13 days ago, and we did talk about this one a while ago. So let's put a horizontal line at that $1 million market cap. Peace Coin could really, you know, I think we need a little bit of peace in the space. The new water Lena's gonna be Rico. It could be. It could be. You might see me on there. You might. I got to be careful what I say. I'm gonna be responsible and professional. That's what I'm gonna say. No, I'm oh man, but Peace Coin, man, let's keep an eye on this one. This one's doing really good. Shout out to Peace Coin. I'm not sure if they even know they're on a live stream with a lot of people up in here. Something went wrong with the loading. Let's try to reload it again. Okay, there you go. Peace Coin doing their thing. Are they playing a game? So they got a game out now. Okay, look at Peace Coin. And a lot of these things, man, I would love for some of these projects to actually, you know, eventually probably use the tools that we're building to get their job across the board. Here you guys go. Click to enter.
Yeah. This one different. Not blind hope. Real hope.
Okay, let this settle in for a second.
The kind that survives. Let's go.
Let's go.
I seen what the fire do. Seen what the hate make. Seen how a whole world shake when the lies break. Seen people get lost in the rage and the noise. Like pain got a throne and it's killing all choice. But I seen something else and it stayed with me. A hand in the dark when it ain't have to be. A stranger give bread when the street got cold. A mother teach love when her heart got broke. That's power too, and they don't say it enough. How peace stays alive when the days get rough. How light don't brag, it just keeps showing up. Like, nah, not today. You don't take all of us.
Ooh.
And I know war loud, yeah, pounds that drum. But peace got a pulse that outlasts the guns.
So they got a peace radio.
People that still
Peace over war.
when
That's
they
good,
got
man.
every reason to burn that place.
I think that's worth
Peace
buying.
always wins in the end. Not fast, not loud, but again and again. War might scar, war might steal, but peace rebuilds what the pain can't heal. Peace always wins. Let it ring through the broken walls and the suffering.
Shout out to the jams, man. AI is amazing, man. The tracks that are being produced, what we're being able to do. I mean, AI is really taking it to the next level, man. It really is. Shout out to Peace Coin for bringing the vibes. They didn't even know they brought the vibes to the chat right now. Kind of like that. The kind that rugs. What kind? We got FML. We're just being degens right now. Alien Baby. This one's pumping. Yeah, man. The song is fire. It was fire. It's definitely a vibe. Definitely a vibe, man. So Chibi is a narrative right now. I guess this is what we're seeing a whole bunch of this come out right now. So buy a bag of that and get wrecked. Chibi this, Chibi that. I like that AI fruit, man. That's awesome. The AI fruit is cool. A lot of people are gonna bite this. A lot of people are gonna bite this right away. That's what the space does. It's literally gonna watch how tomorrow you're gonna have this a bunch of different ways. This is dope though. I like this. Cool. I don't know. We don't got too much. We're pulling up on the 2-hour mark, which is absolutely amazing. I do appreciate you guys pulling up. It was an earlier stream, a little bit earlier than usual. We got a space later on, XPX space. I do invite all of you guys to come. You know, whatever you're doing, we just want to help you guys help you guys grow into space using our tools. But we're also going to be doing another one ourselves, and I got some alpha for you guys that is extremely bullish. So yeah, don't miss out on that, and I'll share that link once again just in case you guys just recently pulled up. But come over here, check out XPX. Like I said, we're gonna have a very bullish space later on, kind of talk about what we accomplished, what we're going to be doing. I think we should be doing another one of these. Obviously working with other projects, finding other projects to do more of this into space, but also some alpha drop and some alpha talk for what we do as a project and why we keep building into space. Some massive expansions coming, more people that we're going to be able to reach, and yeah, tap in on that. Tap in and pull up on to that space. I'm going to have some, it's 11 o'clock. I'm probably going to miss breakfast, but have a solid brunch and get ready for this space right here, which I'll share the link for you guys right now. Let me grab this right here for you guys. Copy this link, share this. If you guys are listening also later on X, if you guys can max engage with this, you know, let's get more retweets on this. We got 13 retweets. There's so many people on X. Like, this is like huge for crypto on what it's doing. We should have way more than 13 retweets. We retweet every rug coin that comes out. We repost every speculation bot that gets released. I mean, there's so many things that we do in this space. Like, this is actually working and it's actually changing other people's life. This can actually help us help other people out. So not for XPX, I need you to retweet this, but for us to be able to reach more people, to potentially help more people in the real world. Let's come over here and get more retweets. I think 13 is way too low for how many people are into space and rock with XPX. And considering that this is something super positive, and really has nothing to do with XPX, it's kind of one of the reasons why a lot of the videos I didn't make it about XPX. I actually made it about the people that were being impacted, because I think XPX honestly sells itself, and anybody who's an investor should be able to see that obviously it's undervalued. I don't have to make it about me standing right here and making this a commercial about XPX when this is really about changing people's lives and helping people. If that's something that resonates with you, I would greatly appreciate if you guys can come over here and repost this, or come over here and re-engage with this space that we got in a couple of hours. You guys have been absolutely amazing. Thank you guys so much for pulling up. The engagement on the stream have been absolutely fantastic. It's been a lot of fun looking at the price action. I know it's not what everybody wants to hear about. Maybe prices going a little bit cheaper, you know, prices going a little bit lower. But again, higher time frames is where it's at. This is CFX. Buy signal way down here. You're not wrong. You know, these higher time frames, they're a little bit boring. I'm not going to lie, especially if you're somebody who's wound up like I am. But here goes 4-hour chart, sell signal, valid. So they're there, 4-hour chart, boring, but valid. You know, yeah, this is CFX and we're just looking at it. 4-hour chart right here. Or this is silver, actually boring, but 16 days later, extremely bullish, right? Silver chart, 4-hour chart, sell signal, heck of boring, even testing you, trading sideways, going up, but valid. So that's why we've been a little bit more on the bearish side of things, because they have been like on these higher time frames, they're confirmed, they're there. Here goes your gold finally doing that. Here goes the sell signal, valid. So not chasing gold was good, right? It was very toppy. And here goes your valid signals right here overall. Bam, super valid. And we'll wait for these things to come back around. We'll be talking about gold all over again, and we'll be looking for these things. But again, here we go. This is the PAX one. Super valid on these dips, and it's going to pick back up again. Let's just be patient. Let these trends that we're in right now, currently going down, play themselves out if you're somebody looking for a long. But I would be looking at BTC on the 4-hour chart at the very least, maybe 65K and a half. Yeah, there might be a moment where it does something like this and comes up to the 50 moving average, but it could just still come back down to here, right? There goes your 50. I could do something like that. Wasn't as perfect. I don't know why I'm not being as smooth with the mouse today. Maybe I'm going, ooh, a little bit too much, but that's okay. Let the markets do the markets. Again, if you're just an investor and you're looking long-term, you're not missing out on too much. You're not missing out on too much. So let the markets be the markets. Let them do what they got to do. Keep building your community. Keep building your project. Keep building your presence in the space. And also, go touch some grass. I've been doing it. I've been going. I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to wait till after. I'm just going to have some brunch and then walk it off after the space or whatnot like that. But this is a perfect time. The weather here in Las Vegas has been getting really nice. It's crazy to see it already. 88 degrees. Whoo, that's nice. Crazy nice right there. So let's go, man. 88 degrees. Enjoy the weather, before it gets crazy hot here. Maybe you're doing the same. You're not missing out on too much. Charts are just marching to the right, doing their things. And unless you're not trading on a lower time frame, you're basically good. You're basically good, fam. Let the markets do the markets. They're holding relatively well to stay optimistic to some extent. Even with everything going on around the world, imagine if all that stuff just kind of went away a little bit, just went away, right? Interest rates cuts happens, war gets kind of going away, things just get a little bit better, a little bit more sprinkling of the magic, a little bit more liquidity injection, all this beautiful stuff. And we pump up from here in retrospect, and we look way back, like later on down the road, and be like, oh, that was just a correction, from all-time high, right? What if we just hold right here, and then would this just not look like a solid correction on a weekly chart if it just went back up from there? That'd be kind of crazy to think about. But when you're in it, boy, does it feel tough, right? All right, AD, later, broski. Saphir, thank you, bro. Much love. Sharon, you're absolutely amazing. The whole XPX community, definitely pull up later on. Thank you guys so much, man, for those who pull up to the stream. You guys don't even know how much it means to me. This is a grind, and seeing all the communities come together, all the support really, really, really does it. So thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate you guys. Much love and respect. I will see you guys later on in that space. Later, fam.
So your bag's backed up against the wall, and the bandwagon's falling right off. And you're hearing all the talk about maybe you should think about what you're gonna do if it don't work out.